Now, with the latest update on DNA, the secret DNA, if you've been on this channel and subscribed to this channel, you know what I'm talking about. With the latest update that dropped, everywhere is on fire right now. Everywhere is on fire. When I talk about Gbas, everywhere is on fire. The camp of Wunmi has turned upside down. Wunmi's mother, she cannot sleep anymore. Everything is upside down. They thought that they were going to win. They thought that they were going to achieve. They thought they were going to harvest Mohbad. No, not possible. They wanted to achieve Mohbad. They wanted to harvest Mohbad. But God said, no, this will not happen. No, this will not happen. Regardless of what Mohbad should have done and he didn't do, regardless of all of that, still, justice for Mohbad must prevail. You're about to hear some very deep things. You have never heard this before. I want you to pay attention to our guests from the beginning of it till the end. And we are going to dig deeper, more into this DNA of a thing and this justice for Mohbad. As you all know, Wunmi's family stood together in the past. They had a little bit of crack in their family, and that came from Karimot, the other sister of Wunmi. Do you know that she has finally broken the table right now? Well, stay tuned because more is about to be dropped. Yes, more is about to be dropped. Everywhere is shaking right now. You see, you cannot commit evil, commit crime, do wicked, and expect. You see, what Wunmi did is beyond human comprehension. It is beyond human comprehension. Like and share, tap on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. Very important, very important, very, very important. Let us get right into it.
That she's actually going for DNA. At the end of the day, the result was negative. It got Karimo angry, and Karimo went out for Wunmi, trying to scatter things, and I didn't want it Daru already. More information coming in. I'm going to get more details, and I would definitely, bring it out. Thank you. God bless you. Yes.
Hi.
TLS Kusin.
Yes, being a son, because Wunmi gave birth to that boy. You know, it could have been any other girl, any other lady who gave Mose a son. I wouldn't have a problem. But Wunmi, right from the onset when I saw her, when the whole case started, I just had a weird feeling about her. But I just kept it to myself when I started seeing everything going on right from the beginning when nobody suspected anything. And then when I saw the pictures going around with the baby and Mo, I questioned myself that, is this baby really Mo's child? Even before Very Dark Man came out to ask for DNA and nobody even thought of it, I had already thought of it. And I felt like, well, there could be more to this story. Let's see what happens. So, well, people started doing live and opinion were given, and you see people coming up, sharing their ideas and all that. And then this whole story came up with the DNA, and you could hear ladies cursing. The moment you ask for the DNA question comes up, they will get angry, they will get upset, and bars both and here and there. But I said to myself, there is nothing wrong conducting a DNA if truly your hands are clean. So today, I'm not surprised that it came out and it's negative. Because listen to everything that this girl has put in this guy through. I don't wish that Mo had met Wunmi in her life. And I think if maybe a palm reader or a seer or a prophet had said to Mo, this girl would be your downfall, maybe he would have had the wisdom to run away from her as soon as possible. But who are we? Me, when I first saw it, I said, who am I to judge that the child may not be Mo? But let's see what happens. And truly, my doubt or my guilty conscience, my conscience was not wrong. It was actually right that the baby is somehow or would end up being negative, like the DNA would end up being negative. I'm not surprised, but it's alleged. So we are still finding out more, as West we've already said. But one thing I want to say is that Wunmi took advantage of Mohbad big time. knowing very well that she had had sexual encounter with other men, and you still wanted to take advantage of this guy, wanted to be a ruler over his life, wanted to be the boss, wanted to be the ogoro in the house, want to control him and everything. If I were to be her, I would have been very sober, because I know that least mistake I do, I can be kicked out and I will end up in shame. So I wouldn't even bother, trying to make the guy feel that I am in charge over his life. But typical Wunmi made it possible that she can rule. Even though I have a child outside our relationship, I'm still going to, walk over you, take charge over you. Who does that? And if Mo had not died, who knows that Wunmi would have had 3-4 more kids, not being Mohbad's children. It happened before. In Ghana, there is a football player who had 4 children. Out of the 4, it was only 1 child that was his. All 3, they are now adults. At that age that they are, you've taken care of somebody else's child for over 21 and 19 years. Some are 21, some are 19 and whatnot. And you've been taking care of somebody's child, believing that your wife pregnancy that she gets is actually your own children. And then later part, when DNA came about, who knows how the DNA even came about, what even conspired. And then they had to run DNA on all of them. And then boom, 3 of them is not his, it's just 1. And such woman was still bold enough to come out and demand for properties. Are you for real? Don't you have an iota of shame? Like, women, let's do better. We always want to fight and say women supporting women, but let's call a spade a spade. Let's try to put truth where truth belongs. We should crown the truth to be the king and stop crowning liars to be the king. We always paint black to be white and white to be black. It's not fair. Men too have the right. The same way women, we feel like we should be fighting for ourselves, we should fight for our rights. It's the same. It's women fighting for women does not mean if I see my sister misbehaving or doing something wrong, I should just support her regardless of what she's doing. Wunmi's gonna be 25 next month. According to her age, she was 24 last year. So this year probably she's gonna be 25. She's not a child. And when I first hear, oh, she's only 24, she lost her husband, at first, I was even believing that maybe, excuse my language, maybe she was raped and maybe Mo knew because of how Mohbad was harassed, beaten every now and then. So they took advantage of the girl. And Mo, knowing that terminating a child is a sin, let me just take her and then we will take care of the child, even though it's not mine. I had a different thought. I was thinking, I was having so many thoughts. I was believing all kinds of things. It might sound weird and crazy, but then when you put 2 and 2 together, and I hear other women, they will tell you, even if the girl was abused or sexually or harassed and she got pregnant, some women were saying they would have terminated it. If you truly love your husband, why would you bring in a child that is not your husband? Some says they wouldn't. As long as the man is happy with it, I would keep it. However, if that was the case, Mo would have taken you. There was no need taking that guy's life, being aggressive, being in charge over everything. And it got to a point she was actually suing Baba and Wunmi shouldn't sue Baba. If Wunmi wants to sue, she should sue everybody, including myself. And she better get the money for it, because there is plenty of us who actually wanted this DNA to be done, who is actually looking for justice. I have a brother, and I don't want what happened to Mo happen to my younger brother, because it wouldn't be funny. So that is the little that I want to contribute, that I'm actually happy where we are going. But truth be told, no matter how much we love Mo, I personally, because it's Wunmi that carried that baby, even if it was Mo, I don't really, I would have still loved the child because it's Mo's blood, but it could have been a different lady altogether that gave birth for Mo, gave him a son. I would have been more happier, because looking at this Wunmi, the way she even disrespected the father-in-law, and you always want to claim that you are an Aloba. You don't like my father, but you want to claim his surname. Are you serious? Like,
Exactly. Now, you see, Wunmi said back in those days, she used to be friends with Mohbad's father. I don't know what she meant, but what she's trying to kind of explain to us is that somehow in between, both of them lost that connection, and it got to the demise of Mohbad. She did not deem it fit. She did not see it fit. She felt that she's supposed to carry on with this stupid, I am Mohbad's father are not this and that. I am Mohbad's father are that and that. This is serious. This is serious. I do not understand what kind of girl is this one. She kept mute about the demise of Mohbad and only contacted Mohbad's mother. Do you know why she did this? It's not because she was not, she didn't have that connection with Mohbad's father. No, not at all. She did this because she knew that Mohbad's mother is easy to manipulate. She knows that Mohbad's mother, or is it Adura's mother now? Adura's mother. She knows that this one, she's not a real human being. She's just some kind of she's just someone who is just existing. So she knew that if I am to call Mohbad's father and update him on this man is going to ask important questions. This man is going to really deal with me. Let me call Mohbad's mother, work with her, and find a way to manipulate. Manipulate. And that's what she did. That's what she did. She found a way to manipulate. She found a way to manipulate. And that's it. That's it. At times, one will wonder. One will wonder why certain individuals decided to root for Wunmi, and but then you don't need to think too far. You don't need to think too far. You don't need to think too far. Wickedness is just is just all over the place. Wickedness is all over the place. Wicked people all over the place. Because I'm kind of wondering, someone in his right sense, someone thinking properly, someone with clear reasoning will not in any way support Wunmi. It's not possible. How can you be clear eye? I mean, if you are not possessed with the same demons inside of Wunmi, and you will look at Wunmi and say, yes, it is not justice for Mohbad, it is justice for Wunmi. Let us protect Wunmi. Wunmi needs to be protected at all costs. I'm sure you guys must have heard people saying, some ignorant people saying these things. But now that DNA secretly done, has proven and shown, so they have come to realize that there is no hiding place anymore. So the only thing they can do is to continuously trick themselves, fool themselves. I want to see the next. I want to see the next gameplay of Wunmi. I want to see the next gameplay of Wunmi in this one. Let us see what she's going to play out. Let's see what she's going to play out, because time is up. Time is up. All of those while, people were still kind of sort of trying to, cover up. People, when I say people, I mean some people who felt like, oh, do not let us go too hard on her. It is possible, it might be possible that this is that. Now they know that this is not Mohbad's son. And that alone is enough. That alone is enough. It's enough. It's enough for people to now say this lady your time is up. It's time for you to go down. It's time for you to go down. It's time for you to go down for your wickedness. It's time for you to go down for this wicked act of yours. What a wicked world. What a wicked world. What a wicked world. I'm kind of wondering. I'm kind of wondering what Wunmi thought. I'm kind of wondering what she thought. That, oh, don't worry. I will get past it. I will get past this one by pretending, by acting like I'm the victim. Yeah, you got some people fooled, but not anymore. Justice for Mohbad. It will prevail. It must stand strong. Justice. We will not bend. We will not accept any form of manipulation. We will stand strong. That's it. We must continue to stand. Justice for Mohbad. That's it. We must continue. We must continue to stand strong on this one. How can one small thing like that, you take someone's life? You said CCTV is non-existent. Okay. You now said no one is going to rob you of your this and that. And we try to look at what you are saying. Nobody's going to rob you of. Oh, Mohbad stream revenue. You said you have suffered with him. So because you suffered with him, that now means that you can bring a child that is not his. Because you suffered with him. What is this suffering? Are you not? Who gave you this idea that a young chap close to your own age must have money to be in a relationship? Are you in a relationship with him because of what you stand to gain, to get? What do you mean by you suffered with him? If you suffered with him, does that give you the license to now bring a child that is not his? What is wrong with this? What is wrong with this one? You suffered with him. So now, because you suffered, you can now bring a child that is not his own. No, you must collect. You must collect. You must collect, oh. You must collect. There is no escape for you. Justice for Mohbad. Justice for Mohbad. That is what it is. And that is what we'll continue to talk about. That is what we'll focus on. Who are you? Who are you, Wunmi? What gave you the right, the audacity? What gave you the audacity? What gave you the audacity to think that you can do and undo? What gave you the audacity? What gave you that audacity into thinking that you can? No, you will not. You will not succeed in this one. We are above you. We are high up there. You are just a learner. You are just a learner. You are a learner. We are higher than you. We are higher than you. And you and your cohorts and all of that. Justice for Mohbad must prevail. It must prevail. You can't do this and go scot-free. Mohbad said it in that audio that you guys have been doing this for a long time. Like you guys have been doing this for a long time. He said, this, my own, will put an end to this wickedness of your family. And yes, truly, it's so sad that he had to, it's so sad that he had to lay his life to put an end to the wickedness of your family. It's so sad that he had to lay his life for it. Because it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth him laying his life for you people. You people should have been allowed to be dealt with. You will not escape this one. How dare you think you can? How dare you think you can escape? That you will just anyhow. No. That you will just anyhow Anyhow, you will just do what you like. How? How is that? What gave you that audacity that you can do such? You will not escape. You will not escape this one. Justice for Mohbad will prevail. Today, tomorrow, we will keep talking about justice for Mohbad. You heard what our guest said. That speaks volume. That speaks volume. A lot of people knew that that child does not belong to Mohbad. A lot of people knew. They knew that that child does not belong to Mohbad. A lot of people knew. They knew that that cannot be Mohbad. So no, not at all. They knew. A lot of people knew, but they kept quiet. Like, okay, do not let us, be too forward on this one. Let us just wait and see the turn of events. And lo and behold, here we are. Everything is clear. Clearer than daylight. Justice for Mohbad must prevail. What are your thoughts as regards this one? Drop your comment, like, and share. See you in the next update.